mischievous ways, so they boarded it up for the rest of his days, with heavy iron padlocks locked tight on the store and wooden slat shutters pulled down on each door. Well, I never he squeaked with a flick of his nose. I'll find me a shop where the sweet honey flows. I'll sniff out a pantry of goodies so grand and fill up my sack across the length of the land. But wherever he scampered and wherever he passed, not a single front door was unlocked or unlatched. Then he spotted a bakery smelling so sweet and walked right on in off the dusty concrete. He hopped to the counter and flashed a big grin and gave the poor clerk quite a startup right then. Now listen here, lady, and listen real good. You gotta find a loaf like a gentleman should. Just 1 inch or maybe a bit, 'cause a high-rolling rabbit ain't eating less fit. The baker woman looked with a sigh and regret. She knew she was dealing with trouble just yet. She recognized quick that notorious pest, the scoundrel who ruffled the whole rural West. Now listen here, Bunny, I'll level with you. I ain't ever baked bread quite as tiny or new. I'm sorry to tell you, with tears in my eyes, you won't find a loaf of that ridiculous size. The rabbit just hopped away, happy as pie, delighted he'd managed another good try. For 5 weary days he returned to the store, demanding his micro-sized bread by the score. The poor baker woman was driven insane. She fired up the ovens through hunger and pain and baked tiny loaves till her fingers were sore, while the stubborn old rabbit just sat on the floor. Well, the next morning he waltzed through the door, swinging his hips across the wooden floor. He flashed a white smile and he tipped back his head. Come on, sugar plum, do you finally have bread? The baker slapped down a big box with a clatter and said with a smirk, we have conquered the matter. The bunny peered